Everyone here, we should make a play for trenches. We should not play for this.
Let's go to trenches.
Oh my god. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Military Simulator Tactical Shooter and Historic Gaming channel, where we give away a Steam key at the end of the week every week. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 5,000 viewers before the year's end. Maybe we're aiming for 5 so we can actually hit 4. Covering these kind of games makes this channel super niche. The more of you subbing, the better. Not only are you supporting the channel and myself, but this Mil-Sim genre as a whole. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that this genre will one day be super huge, but at the moment we need all the publicity we can get. The more players we have playing this genre, the more money goes to the developers, development, the more innovation, the more updates, the more games, better experience for us gamers. You get the drift. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you don't miss a video, and stay tuned for details on how to enter the giveaway so we can jump right into this one. Post-Scriptum Project Variety by our good buddy Internado. Now, we've covered his work before. If you wish to see his older stuff, just search Project Variety on the channel, as he's not only done tons of vehicles, but game modes, the Counter-Strike style game where you buy your weapons. He's remade Day of Defeat maps, but today we're going to be focusing on his most recent work, which is a slew of new vehicles to be added game, and most certainly used in the Post-Scriptum Reality mod. And if you, sir, have yet to play one of these events on the Reality mod, I suggest you at least considering joining one of these realism units. My good buddies over at BR1 would love to have you. The mod not only changes, but adds a whole lot of things, making the experience even more hardcore. But not only that, it adds cool things like dragging bodies, an actual weather and daylight nighttime cycle, and at this point it's probably got as many modded maps running on it as it does original maps. The realism scene in Post-Scriptum is definitely a robust and vibrant scene, one of the most passionate I've seen in gaming. Like I said, if you'd like to try it out, head over to the BR1 guys, just tell them Boogie sent you. So like I said, Internado has been hard at work making content for the game for some years now. Like I said, I have a few videos covering his older stuff if you want to check that out. Today we're going to be covering the new stuff he's working on. Not only that, but some stuff to come hopefully in the near future. So here we have a little chart showing the progress of each vehicle. You can see the key is over in the bottom right. Now, of course, this is taken from his Discord, as you may be able to tell. I'm going to leave a link in the comments to his Discord, as well as the mod on the workshop. Definitely go over there and show him some love. Pull up the workshop page, like his mod, rate it up. So as you can see, green means the work is done. Now, as far as visually, I believe all he really had to change was the turret, and that is the M4A3 105 Sherman. This baby packed a punch, as its main armament was replaced with a 105mm howitzer. This thing could not only sit back in the background, used as a sort of mobile artillery, but it also saw extensive use in anti-tank operations. Big bada boom. Here you can see the model fully textured in all of its glory. Maybe more than just the turret was reworked. I mean, what do I know? Now, the second finished vehicle we're going to be taking a look at, the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 251-9. I'm sure I butchered that, I apologize. This is basically the German half-track, but instead of a wee little MG42 with a shield on it, this thing here is also packing some big bada boom. Now this is pretty cool. Somebody actually posted, like, I wouldn't call it a blueprint, but I guess a field manual. Pretty cool nonetheless, but you can see if you look closely, this manual is actually to a 251-9. You can see the big gun. Pretty cool stuff. Somebody recently actually remodeled or purchased an old beat up version and souped it all up, fixed it all up, gave it a new fresh paint job. You can see here what it would look like in real life if one came hot off the factory floor. Like I said, this is a complete work and in the game. This is the 105 Sherman. Now let's take another look at our little progress map. Now again, I'm going to have links not only to the mod itself, but to Internado's personal Discord channel down in a pinned comment. So you can head over to the Discord channel and check out whatever you'd like. But for sake of time, we're going to go into some things that I want to talk about, and hopefully it interests you. And of course, finally, we're going to check out the beautiful destruction modification and talk about that a bit. First up, the Goliath tank. Now, this thing is essentially an RC car. Well, an RC car that can handle and carry over 200 pounds. And that's because they would pack it down with a bunch of explosives, and you basically have a rolling mine you can steer. Now, of course, they would use this to roll up underneath tanks or beside and detonate. Not only that, but it was a great way to destroy defenses and other structures, bunkers. Now, you may have never even heard of this thing, and that's because they weren't very reliable. Remote control technology wasn't quite there in the 40s. You had a wire that came out the back of it, and that's how you controlled it, a long wire on a spool. But it was said, once it was really operated in the field, it was said that small arms could take it out. The right shot from a bolt-action rifle would render it useless. That or detonate the explosive early. I'm saying all this to say, all of the work was done as far as modeling, texturing, and all that jazz. But apparently, the guy who was to program it and implement it into the game itself had just disappeared on Internado. So if any of you out there in the great World Wide Web, please contact me or Internado. I can link you guys up. Of course, if you have Discord, that's going to be in the pinned comment again. He needs someone with programming experience, and I personally would love to see this implemented into the game. How cool could that be? Also, another really cool one that's a little bit ways down the road but is coming is the land mattress, fielded by the British, and the Nebelwerfer, one of my favorite weapons. You may remember from a past video, Internado's Panzerwerfer, and that was essentially a German half-track with a giant Nebelwerfer strapped to it. When this thing goes off, it sounds like a TIE fighter flying by. The sound of it alone is really cool. The land mattress is the same thing, just made by the British, or used at least by the British. I guess you would call it rocket pods. Now this is slowly but surely getting finished up and will be put into the game. It'll be used by Post-Scriptum realism mod. Man, wouldn't it be cool if a lot of this stuff came to vanilla? Let me know down in the comments how you would implement something like this. Would this be a vehicle? Would it be something the logistical team builds, an emplacement, maybe even a special class? I want to know your thoughts down in the comments. I know this is one of my favorite weapons from the war. Don't be shy. How would you have this implemented into the game? Would it be limited in any fashion? How many shots per pod, etc.? Let's take a quick look at the Pack 40. All the modeling and texturing has been done. It simply needs to be cooked into the mod and implemented into the game, and it will be broadsiding enemy tanks in no time. But now, what we all came here for, destruction. Make sure to play some metal music in the background as I begin this clip. Now, of course, this is no destruction system or anything like that. It's more or less a script. This part of the wall gets hit by a rocket, it turns to rubble. Well, I'm no game designer, but don't get too excited. Now the cool thing is, Internado here will be able to do this to many other areas of maps, and this would be something really cool for events. And I doubt we'll ever see this, at least anytime soon, within vanilla, but the idea alone is very intriguing. Kind of like the shingle on Utah Beach when you blow it. Why don't we see more stuff like that? Being able to blow bridges, and you can really work this scenario into missions or objectives, game modes. Everybody's a freaking sucker for destruction these days. I would just love to see more of it implemented into the base game. And of course, let me hear your thoughts down in the comments. I know y'all have something to say about this at least. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're as excited for the future as Post-Scriptum as I am. Don't forget to check out BR1 Gaming, the best realism unit Post-Scriptum right now. If you're new around the channel, want to enter the giveaway, it's super easy. Just join us on Discord, it's linked below. Drop a comment, say whatever you want to say, but leave your Discord name and number within the comment, because that's going to be your ticket stub. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, of course, like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to submit your gameplay clips when you come through to the Discord, the submit your clips section. Episode 4 for the top 10 Mil-Simp moments is eventually going to release, and whoever provides the best clip, funny clip, kill streak, whatever, whichever clip I pick as first place, the provider will win a Steam key. And good luck to everybody. I'll see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.